Hello everyone, today I am going to discuss what is the slope of a line, how the slope of a line can be defined. Okay, so let's start now. The angle made by a line with positive direction of x-axis is called inclination of the line, and the trigonometric tangent of inclination of a line is defined as the slope of the line. Okay, the slope of a line is generally denoted by small m. So, if theta be the inclination of a line, then tan theta is called slope of the line. If theta is the inclination of a line, then tan theta gives rise to the sense of slope of a line. Okay, and since we denote slope of a line by small m generally, so we can write easily that if theta is inclination of a line, then slope of line is m equals tan theta. Well, in this expression theta can vary from 0 degree to 180 degree in degree system, and in radian system it can vary from 0 radian to pi radian except pi by 2 radian, that is in degree system except 90 degree. Okay, so inclination of a line cannot be 90 degree because of tan theta gives the slope of line. If theta be 90 degree, then what is the value of tan theta? Tan 90 degree is not defined. So, slope of line will not define in that particular case. So, we avoid inclination as 90 degree. Okay. So, if theta is inclination of a line, then tan theta is called slope of line, and we write it as m equals tan theta, where theta can vary from 0 degree to 180 degree except 90 degree. Theta cannot be equal to 90 degree. Dear students, suppose the inclination of a line is 45 degree. Suppose this is a line L and its inclination is what? 45 degree. So, what will be the slope of line L? Now, m is defined as tan theta, and theta is here 45 degree. Obviously, tan 45 degree will give us the slope of the line, and its value is what? 1. So, slope of such line whose inclination is 45 degree is always 1. So, keep in mind that theta is what? Inclination. Inclination is what? Inclination is the angle made by a line with positive direction of x-axis measured in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, and trigonometric tangent of theta, that means tan theta. So, tan theta gives the slope of a line. Dear students, now I would like to discuss what is the slope of x-axis. Since x-axis makes 0 degree, angle of 0 degree with itself, obviously its inclination will be 0 degree, and thus the slope of x-axis or the line coinciding with x-axis or the line parallel to x-axis, slope of such lines is always 0 because of tan 0 degree, its value is 0. Okay, what about the slope of y-axis? This is y-axis. So, its inclination is what? Y-axis makes 90 degree angle with x-axis in positive direction. Okay, obviously its slope cannot be defined, its slope is not defined. Okay, so dear students, now I would like to discuss how we can find the slope of a line if the line is passing through two given points. Means if we have the coordinates of two different points from which a line is passing, then how we can find the slope of a line in two different situations, when the line has acute inclination and another one is the situation when the line has obtuse inclination. Okay, so dear students, let's take first of all the case when the inclination is acute. Okay, so suppose theta is acute inclination of line L, and we have two given points P x1 y1 and Q x2 y2 on this line, and then we have to find the slope of this line. Okay, so what will be the expression to obtain slope of a line? We will learn this thing in this video. Okay, here is point P plotted, point Q plotted having coordinates x1 y1 and x2 y2. Okay, So first of all, let's draw PM perpendicular on OX, QN perpendicular on OX, and again PR perpendicular on QN line. Well, now since the coordinates of point P are x1, y1, obviously its horizontal distance will be what? X1, and its vertical distance will be y1. Similarly, for point Q, its horizontal distance will be x2 and vertical distance will be y2. Is this clear? Since PRNM is a rectangle, so opposite sides will be of equal lengths. So this is y1, that's why this is also y1. This whole length is y2 and this one is y1. Obviously QR is equal to y2 minus y1. PR is equal to what? Mn, and Mn is defined as the difference of ON and OM. So obviously the length of Mn will be x2 minus x1. Okay, now how we can find the slope of the line? Let's discuss it. Okay, we have a right angled triangle PRQ or QRP. Okay, inclination of line as theta. Since PR is parallel to OX, obviously by using the concept of corresponding angles, that corresponding angles are equal if two lines are parallel and one transversal cuts both the lines, parallel lines. Then, so PR is parallel to OX, obviously this one angle is equal to this angle, means QPR angle is equal to theta if theta is inclination of line L. Okay, suppose the line is having name L. Okay, so now what will be the slope of this line? Tan theta, because of theta is inclination. So tan theta will be the slope of line. Tan theta, M is equal to tan theta, but tan theta is defined in this right angle triangle because this angle is equal to theta. So in this right angle triangle PRQ, how tan theta is defined? The comparison between QR and PR, perpendicular side and base side. Okay, because slope is also defined as the comparison between rise and return. So QR by PR. What is the length of QR? Y2 minus Y1. So is written here at the place of QR. And what is the length of PR? X2 minus X1, which is written here at the place of PR. So the value of slope of line, that is M, is equal to what? Y2 minus Y1 by X2 minus X1, which is written here. M is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. You may call it as slope of a line passing through 2 points x1 and y1, x2 and y2 is defined as M is equal to difference between y coordinates divided by difference between x coordinates, okay, taken in same order. If we are subtracting y1 from y2 in the numerator, then we have to subtract x1 from x2 in the denominator. Okay, so you can call it as difference between y coordinates by difference between x coordinates taken in same order. You can use also y1 minus y2 by x1 minus x2 to obtain the slope of a line. Okay, so I think now it is clear. Now we will discuss how we can find the slope of a line having obtuse inclination. Okay. Okay, this is what the case when the inclination of a line is obtuse. Okay, suppose inclination of a line is obtuse, that means the angle greater than 90 degree. So is the case written here. If this is inclination because of measured in anti-clockwise direction with positive direction of x-axis, this one is the angle made by this line whose name is L. Okay, so theta is inclination, that's why tan theta will be the slope of this line. This inclination is what? Greater than 90 degree. Obviously this is obtuse inclination. Well, again we have two different points, x1 y1 and x2 y2. Well, draw perpendiculars from P and Q on OX as PM and QN, and again draw PR perpendicular on the perpendicular line, that is QN. Okay, already drawn on OX. Now since the coordinates of P are x1 and y1, so the horizontal separation from origin or from y-axis of this point will be x1, this one distance will be x1, and vertical separation from x-axis will be y1. Similarly, the coordinates of Q are x2, y2, obviously point Q is separated from origin in the direction of x-axis by the distance of x2, and in the direction of y-axis it is separated by the distance of y2. We have P, PR and M as a rectangle. So opposite sides will be equal in length. That's why PR must be equal to NM, and NM is equal to what? OM minus ON. So this is x1 minus x2 clearly. What is the length of QR, which is the side of a right angle triangle PRQ? QR can be obtained by Qn minus Rn, and Rn is equal to Pm. So QR is equal to now Qn minus Pm. That means y2 minus y1. Now we have both the lengths in the right angle triangle PRQ. Suppose base is x1 minus x2, then perpendicular is y2 minus y1. So two legs of right angle are x1 minus x2 and y2 minus y1. Well, now what will be the slope of this line L? Slope will be defined by tan theta. So M is equal to tan theta, and theta is equal to what? Theta and this one angle are linear pairs. Obviously, theta can be expressed as the difference of 180 degree and this one angle PHM. Okay, so theta is written here 180 degree minus angle PHM. Remember, tan 180 degree minus theta is always minus tan theta. So this formula is used here to get minus tan angle of PHM. Okay, here is angle PHM. Look at the figure carefully. This one angle is angle PHM, which is already equal to this angle. Why? Because of OX and PR are parallel lines, and line L behaves like a transversal. So this one angle is equal to this one angle by the concept of corresponding angles. Okay, so angle PHM can be written as angle QPR. Now we have the slope of line M is minus tan angle PHM, means minus tan angle QPR. Tangent of angle QPR is defined in this right angle triangle PRQ as QR by PR. Is this okay? Yes, of course okay, because tangent, trigonometric tangent, is defined as the ratio, as the comparison between perpendicular side and hypotenuse, perpendicular side and its base side. Okay, so what is perpendicular side for this one angle? QR. And what is base side for this one for this one angle? Base side is PR. So tangent of this one angle will be defined as QR by PR. Obvious. Okay, it is very obvious that minus of tangent angle QPR is equal to minus of QR by PR. Then what are the lengths of QR and PR? We have already obtained here in this figure. So look at the figure and put the results. Okay, we have now the value of slope, that is M, as minus of y2 minus y1 by x1 minus x2. We can take common minus 1 from both the parts in the denominator to get in the bracket x2 minus x1. Okay, much similar to the numerator part. Well, now minus and minus plus, so it becomes positive, and we have the value as a result of this is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So this is the value which is obtained already in case when the inclination was acute, you know. So in this case also the slope of line is what? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Okay, that means the difference between y coordinates by difference between x coordinates taken in same order. So please go on performing actions using the questions of slope of a line. Go on solving questions related to slope of a line, either in case of acute inclination or in case of obtuse inclination, or when the 2 points are given on a straight line. Okay, thank you everyone.